E se não estivesse competindo, em quem Mike apostaria? Ele comentou sobre e muito mais. O link do podcast completo está na descrição. Suplementação de qualidade, você já sabe, é no site da Max Titânio Suplementos. E com o cupom SM você tem aquele desconto especial e também fortalece aqui o canal e o link está na descrição.
Chris, it's time to lose some followers, create some hostility in our lives. I want you to give me the top 3 at the Classic Physique Mr. Olympia.
Man.
Do not back down.
No, I'm backing down.
Who is placing 3rd, 2nd, 1st?
I'm actually got a couple of guys in the show, and it makes it a little weird for me to place people like that.
Okay, so
there's Branch Chen, there's Breon Ansley. They all going against the same situation. So let's say you should do it, or he should do it.
I'll be judging.
Actually, Mike is better at this. Mike is better at this than any of us.
If you had to say your top 3 at the 2025 Mr. Olympia Classic Physique, who would that be?
Chris, you're a bad guy. You know that? Chris literally just said, I have athletes competing in the division. It's kind of weird. And the guy stayed in the division, literally, and now I have to do that, right?
Well, listen, we all have to assume that you believe you're going to win, right? There's no doubt about that. If we're going to do a live with Terrence Ruffin, he would be the first one to say, I think I'm winning. Granted, you think you're winning this show, and nobody would disagree with you because you won the Arnold Classic convincingly. You're runner-up, so I don't think you would be arrogant. I don't think you would be any far-fetched for you to pick yourself as the winner, right, Chris? I mean,
right. You would probably get some bad looks backstage when you go, but for right now, you're pretty good to say you're gonna win the show, and then these guys are gonna be probably 2nd or 3rd.
If I would say I think I'm going to win the show, I would lie straight to your face. And that's not what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to win the show. I don't believe I will win the show because nobody knows. Steve, Tyler, the great judges will decide that. But before, we have to put in the work, and I will work. Believe me, that's what I do the best. So if I count myself out, I'm not competing in Classic. It's going to be Ramon, Ruff, Josema. Because I appreciate his incredible hard work. Being that peeled is no fun. He can't walk because all his body fat under his feet are gone. His eyes are burning because the tiny fat layer on his eyes is gone. Like, it's not that he feels weak. He is in pain. And I know what I'm talking about. I know that you can't walk barefoot anymore. It's not possible. You walk on bones.
Wow. Well, Mike Sommerfeld said if I wasn't competing in the Classic, I would put my money on Ramon, Terrence, and Josema. Those are 3 great competitors. Mike Sommerfeld is truly an amazing bodybuilder, Classic Physique. And Mike, I got to tell you, I'm sure your dad is so proud of you. And your wife, we got to see you and your wife hugging after the show. It was a very special moment. You're very connected to your wife. If you win this show, and I know you are German technology, you don't believe you're going to win the show, but how much of your prize money are you going to give to your wife?
Well, to be honest, I don't have a pocket. I don't have a bank account. My wife has all my money.
That's okay. Yeah, well, welcome to the team. Chris, you're undefeated on that, huh? Well, I have to say, guys, it's one of the most amazing things. When you see a competitor that has placed 5th, 8th, he's been a really good competitor, Mike Sommerfeld. But when he came in at the 2024 Mr. Olympia, he shocked us. What he brought to the stage was truly spectacular, and there wasn't a single judge that didn't believe he was fighting for the title. If you are a competitor that placed 12th, that placed 13th, that placed 8th in the previous year, you can do the same as Mike Sommerfeld. You can bring something different to the stage. You can shock the judges and be right there between Ramon and Chris Bumstead fighting for the title. Mike, I commend you. I'm a huge fan of yours. I think you're truly one of the greatest classic physique competitors we've seen since the inception of the category. You have lots of fans. Most of them are in Germany. A lot of the Brazilian fans, they send me messages right now, Chris, the Brazilian fans going, I guess if you're doing a live with Mike Sommerfeld before Ramon, I guess you think he's better than Ramon. We're going to beat your ass when you go to Brazil. I'm like, dude, I just got to do a live with a competitor that took second place.
I love the Brazilian fans. I'm going to tell you, Tarek, Brazilian bodybuilding fans, they are freaking hooligans. I love that. All my posts on Instagram, they are spammed with hundreds of dinos and dinos. And it's not, I'm not taking it personally. I'm taking it like, holy, they are really passionate about bodybuilding. I like that. I read every comment and I comment every comment personally. I'm sitting on my phone doing that. I love to see each and every comment. That's such a great job. I wish my company would do that.
Well, so I was talking to Steve Weinberger in Japan. We're at the Masters Olympia. We're talking about the following that Ramon has. So it's quite interesting. If you look at Rafael Brandão and Franciele Matos, they're fantastic competitors, right? Incredible competitors. Isa Pereira, she's won the wellness. Franciele Matos, Angelica Teixeira. Rafael Brandão is an amazing bodybuilder. Even in men's physique, they have awesome competitors. Ramon comes from a place in Brazil where it's past the Amazon jungle. It's a very remote place. And Ramon grew up very, very poor. And most of Brazilians do not have a lot of possessions. So a lot of the Brazilians relate with Ramon as a hope, a sign of hope that they can one day be like Ramon. Now, with that being said, soccer in Brazil, football, has declined tremendously. So a lot of the eyes that were in football, Brazil winning the World Cup, they have declined. So a lot of the young generation never had a chance to watch Ronaldo, Rivaldo, for that matter, Romario. They have not seen Brazil win the World Cup. So a lot of these fans have transitioned from football to bodybuilding, and now they relate with Ramon because he grew up very poor. And he mentions, he did not have a gym. Well, Ramon never had a gym growing up. The reason his forearms are so big and his arms is because all he had in the beginning of his career was bars. But German bodybuilding has tremendous history. I was a huge fan of Marcos Rule, and now to see you and to see Urs Kalaczynski is special. Chris, do you remember other German bodybuilders that made an impact?
Günther Schleicher.
Gunther, yeah. Andrea Munzer.
Ronnie Rocco.
Ronnie Rocco.
Yeah. Was Joseph Wilco? Was it Wilco? Was it with the beard? Was he?
Yusuf Wilco.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my dad's era.
Yeah.
No, German bodybuilding has tremendous history. Mike, we want to thank you for spending some time with us. Send a message to all your fans that love you.
First of all, thank you so much for every minute and second you watched and you heard what I'm saying. I hope you got a little bit more of my personality and who I am. And last thing I want to say is that I really, really, really appreciate your work, to be honest. Like sitting here, spending the time with me to give me the chance to talk to different people, different countries, different communities. That's an amazing job. So that's all I want to say. And the best guy will win at the Olympia. If it's me, if it's Ramon, if it's Ruff, the best will win. And if somebody is able to beat me, if someone is working harder than me, then he really deserves to be Mr. Olympia.
Mike Sommerfeld, Mike the Badass on Instagram. I want you to go follow this guy. What he did in 2024 was a historical act. He put Chris Bumstead in a position that Chris had never been before in terms of almost losing his title.
Mike mandou a real sobre o Ramon Dino e muito mais.